Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Aurora 4X. Alright, so apparently we may have actually spawned some aliens in those systems by clicking that enter / whatever it was button. I thought maybe we could take a peek in there, but they wouldn't spawn unless we sent a ship in. But apparently just doing what I did could have spawned them. So I think that means that we're going to want to probably pretty quickly get an actual ship through there so we can see what the heck's going on. So we're going to need to work on jump drives. We're going to want to get a jump drive creation, like a ship that's going to make jump gates. And we want to put jump gates on every jump point in our system because they're one way. So there's no reason not to have them on every jump point in our current system. The other thing is that I accidentally, when I was doing my engine comparisons, I definitely derped it up. And we can see it right in here under our engines list that I made this size 1 engine. And it is stronger than the size 2, the older one, but notice it's the same engine type, nuclear pulse engine. Oops. So it's 25% stronger because I used the increased engine power modifier on it, but we forgot to use the current version of the technology, which means that the Mark III Viking is actually kind of crap. I know there's probably plenty of people who are saying that it's even if it didn't have that engine, it's still crap. You're right, and that's okay. All right, so we're going to do ion drive with 1.25 times power, size 1 hull, and now we get 15 engine power versus 10, which is way better. The ion drive is 50% better than the previous version of the technology. It's only going to cost 75 research points. Let's go ahead and create that. The other thing is, we're going to want to generate a new fire control because, and I didn't realize that that's what this number meant here. Evidently, the way that accuracy works is that you have 100% accuracy at point blank range, and it goes all the way to 50% at max range. So I think something basically, if we double the max range, then we will have 100% accuracy at 50% range. I think I'm reading that correctly. That's what one of the comments said. We're just going to trust the comments because you guys would never lie to me, right? So we're going to want to do that. I think we should also suspend fighter production because these fighters are crap. The ones that are coming out right now. Let's just cancel these completely. We just don't want those. We're probably going to scrap those ones as well. In fact, if we go into industry stockpiles, we can scrap the Mark IIIs just directly. Let's try scrapping these. There are no eligible fighters currently in orbit of this planet. Please select the fighters you wish to scrap. Please check that they are not on board a mothership. Well, the Mark IIs, sorry, the Mark IIIs we just built did not actually get appointed anything. We ended up with 10 engine power nuclear pulse engines. We could just scrap these directly or disassemble. Scrapping will give us 30% of the original build cost. Disassemble, small chance to gain knowledge of the background technology. That's if we were disbanding or disassembling someone else's technology. So we'll just scrap these old engines. The infrared lasers are fine. The 275 engine power nuclear thermal engines, we're never going to use those again. The fire controls, we're never going to use again because we're going to design new ones. And the reactors are actually okay. So we can keep those. Let's go design a new fire control. That's not the right one. It was... See, look at this. It's been so... It's beam fire control. Okay. 50% accuracy at range 10 km. And our current ships had a range of... I thought more than that. 20,000. Fire control S00.5. 00.2, 10-625. I have no idea what the naming convention is on these things. There we go. Speed 2500. No. What I'm trying to do is try to get this name to match. Oh, you know what it is? It's because I say fighters only. That's where we ended up getting better numbers. 0.05. That's what we had done. So we did on 50% size, 50% tracking speed. We ended up with 2500, just like this current one here, 2500 with... So the S00.2 So we need to have normal, like we need more range. 2 times the size or 2 times the range gives us 50% accuracy at 20 km. I was under the impression that just by doubling it we would have gotten what we needed. But this accuracy thing is not changing at all. Alright, well, let's just try this. We'll do 2x size, 2x range. And assume that 50% accuracy at range 20 km. This one's showing a range of 20 km as well. And in order for it to match, we had this, which had a range of 10 km. So maybe we're just getting extra range from something? I don't know. But let's try designing this one as well. Again, it's 20 research points. It's not like it makes any difference. Let's go to research. It's going to be under energy weapons, maybe? We need this. This is under power and propulsion. Richard Dawkins can handle that for us. Let's put Ken Ham. Currently working on alpha shields. Damage control is something that we want. Let's have Ken Ham knock out this thing as well. Or not Ken Ham. Well, actually, you know what? Sure, why not? Ken Ham, you can work on... I don't care if it's the right thing. The research cost is so small it doesn't even matter. And we'll just have him knock those out ahead of everything else. So the ion drive and the fire control come out ahead of the other stuff that he's working on, and he's only got 60.6 remaining on this anyway. So let's just go 5 days. We'll stop we're not making ships anymore. Also, we need to do a couple changes to our PDC. Gotta constantly redesign this thing. I think I understand now how this thing is supposed to work. So it's going to be the Mark III. This one is going to add in 1 or, like 10 maintenance storage bays. They're very small, and what these will do is, like, hold on to maintenance goods. This could hold, theoretically, like, I think, if I understand it correctly, like 10,000 maintenance supplies. And I believe that the maintenance, that the Planetary Defense Center does need this in order to be able to repair its ships. I don't know. There's misinformation or, like, conflicting information in some of the comments. We'll just try it anyway. It's very cheap. It's not a big deal. So we'll do that. And then the other thing we needed to add on as well, there was one more thing, which was... what? I've forgotten now. Oh, it needs to have active sensors. Because this is going to be what we're going to use to guide the ships. That doesn't feel like the right thing. I feel like there was something else I was going to add to it. Oh, right. Ordnance and fighters. We need to have a preferred strike group. And we need to add, like, ships to it. So that way they will automatically get appointed. That is the easier way to do it. I wonder if you can actually modify existing planetary defense centers and their preferred loadout. Ordnance management. I don't understand any of those buttons. Let's not worry about that just yet, I guess. Research into the 15 engine power. Ion drive has now commenced. Okay, there's one more thing that we'll need to design then. We need to design better sensors or active sensors, which we can't actually make active sensors. We need to research an active sensor. Okay, well, let's do that before we can make an active sensor. So that's probably going to be other sensors, right? So, active grav sensor strength. Active sensor strength per hull space of the component provides the strength of the output pulse for active sensors, which are used to detect alien ships based on their size. The active pulse can be detected by GPD sensors. So we can do active grav. Is that technology unable to design active without active sensor strength? Well, there's only 2 on here that say anything about strength, so I'm assuming it's going to be one or the other, and we're just going to choose this one. Makes sense to me. We have no one who's any good at sensors and fire control. Our best guy is still Wiz. Wiz has a lot of stuff that he's working on right now. I'd rather not cancel anything that's existing, so let's just have... Ken has got a 35% bonus. It's good enough. Ken, you're queued up for active this thing as well. Someone had suggested that I go into the events and that we hide the events for new officers. It's nice to be able to click on them, but I mean, we barely ever look at it, and it's true that it's quite useful. So, filter events, new officer. It's kind of annoying that you have to. I think you have to do this on every save. So we're hiding new officer events. Unrest is decreasing. The geosurveys are complete. Do not believe any minerals can be found. Do not believe any minerals can be found on Earth. Okay, he's going to spam me every single month, apparently. So let's go back to F2. And we'll go to Teams at Academy on Earth. We'll disband this group. And I believe... Are we not done with that research just yet? Surely we are. Research completed on the 15th. We've completed it. We've completed it. So we've designed our new fire control. We've designed our new weapon. We can now go and actually make the Mark IV Viking, since I keep on messing up. Eventually, I'll know what I'm doing, and I won't actually have to do this over and over and over again. So the Mark IV is going to not use the stupid old engine tech. It's going to use the better engine tech, the 15 ion power. Way faster. That's only a single hull size compared to the Mark 1 or 2, which had a 2-hull size at about the same speed. And it's much smaller, which is good because we can fit more and more hangars. In theory. Also, we're going to try out this changing into the different fire control, 50% accuracy distance. So we'll drop this one in favor of this one. And I believe this is now telling us our accuracy, 75, 50, 25. I don't really know how to read this, but with a max range of 40,000, the math is weird, because now the range is 30 km. We have a max range. It's better. Our range went up, and we can target better. So it's just better all around. And of course we have the proper engine on here. So that seems good. We compare it to the Mark III. We've gone from 20 km range with 50% accuracy to 30 km range with 75 accuracy? Or is it the second one? I don't know. I don't really know how to read this thing. It doesn't explain it very well. And again, more importantly, 2,700 kilometers per second versus 1908. So we are roughly 50% faster. We picked up one more crew named Jerry, and the ship's only an extra couple 15 tons. Okay, so we'll go to the Mark III, we'll obsolete that guy, and we'll go ahead and make some of our new ships. I think that it is fine, I think, to have some more new ones coming out. So fighters, Mark IV, another 100. People have said, though, not to make too many. Before we start manufacturing, maybe we finish that other ship. Active grav sensor strength. Yeah, I think we don't need to make the ships just yet. So, what else were we waiting on? We're adding capacity to this ship class, which is apparently taking 1 more year. We've got 1 slipway active. It's currently building... No, 2 slipways are active. Yes. We're building the AM, Asteroid Miner Gold, and the Tug. Alright, let's do some days. We've got fuel production up. We're now working on mining production. Ken Ham got even better. I think it's so funny to think that Ken Ham is doing it. Research into alpha shields has commenced on Earth. So we've finished active grav sensor strength. Now we can design our active sensor for the PDC. So active grav sensor strength of 10, EM sensor sensitivity of 5, total sensor size. It's being made, it's a PDC, so it's being made not using a shipyard, so it can be freaking huge. There's like no reason not to have the maximum size, right? 50 hull size. Materials required, you're just paying extra iridium. Big deal. 500 tons of iridium? No problem. 5,000 research points. Okay, that's kind of a big deal, but minimum resolution 5,000 tons. So more range. Massive, massive range. Depending on how much we slide this thing. I highly doubt there's going to be any 50-ton ships, right? Like 5. Well, 50... Okay, things that are going to be 1 hull size or less. It's going to be like missiles. I don't know that we need to target missiles. I think we just need to target other ships. So why don't we target things that are like 250 tons? That's 56,000 kilometers, which is 56 million. Hold on. Is the am I just like, are the digits like crazy right now? If we had a range of 1.1 million kilometers versus a 250-ton object, that's 1 billion kilometers. And the size of our solar system is like 30 billion-ish, right? Somewhere around there, like from one side to the other. So if we make this thing really, really big, we're going up to a sensor size of 56 billion kilometers. So way beyond the span of our solar system. So maybe we do scale this. This is going to be a PDC built on Earth. Why don't we scale this back a little bit? I'm going to hide this just for a moment. I want to zoom out. I hate that you can't use the mouse wheel to zoom out. Also, someone has suggested under one of the display options, there is a way to hide civilian ships. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been display 2. Let's just take the time to find it. It's kind of annoying. I know I've found it before. Hide civilian ship names. There we go. I mean, it's interesting, but yeah, we get it. You guys are moving stuff around. Good job. It's a military endeavor. Right, so we definitely want to know if anything's coming in from the jump points. I think that from Earth PDCs, what is this? Why is the task group considered to be here? And why does it say shipyard task group way the hell up there? Is it because it's just... is it really being that silly? Yeah. So even though it's hiding them, it's like putting them up there. Maybe next month it'll move. Let's try a 5-day tick. Nope, it's still putting them up there even though the civilian names are no longer shown. That's really dumb. Okay, well, whatever. So, okay, jump points. Jump point 3, jump point 4, jump point 5, jump point 6. We want to know everything in our solar system. So let's just measure from like here to here. It's only 6 million. So 6 billion kilometers. It's not very far at all. Why don't we just go for like something simple like 10, you know? And that window is still open, so now I've got to go find it again. It's not that one. So here it is. So 10 billion kilometers at 250 ton object. And then we'll reduce it down to there just that we have, you know, cheaper research points. That's good. Sure. Active sensor strength. Body blah blah. 900 research points. 10 billion range. Seems fine. I don't have any other tech that I can use. Missile fire control is different. I don't think we need a missile fire control. That's if we're going to shoot missiles, right? This is just so that we can locate the ships and then... I don't really know. I think this is right. Let's just go with this. Oh, this game is complicated. It's good. It's good. All right. So sensors and fire control. Active search sensor MR10-R5. No one's any good at this, so we use probably Ken Ham. I mean, Wiz would be better, but he's busy. He's working on a long-term project. So it'll take a little while. 26th of February, so like, you know, a couple weeks he'll have this one done. And then maybe a month or so after that, he'll have the next thing done. We've completed Alpha Shields. We are now starting on the next level of the one that we just designed. The Yoda Mark II 001 has been built. A 20 engine power nuclear pulse engine has suffered a maintenance failure. So we have our first tug. Until we actually get the asteroid miner, that doesn't matter. Wiz has completed research into mining production. Cool. And we have completed research on the active search sensor, that thing. So, we can finally redesign the Majestic into the Mark III. We added in the maintenance storage base, which I think will help. We need to add in the active sensor, which is going to be down here. And I think that's good. Lock it. Done. Can I retrofit a PDC? Out of curiosity, how much more expensive is this Mark III? Barely at all. Crap. I forgot to add in the fighters. Copy design. Guess we're skipping the Mark III entirely. Ordnance and fighters. Hangar space available, so you just want like 1,000 Viking Mark IVs. Or 361, that's fine. Go. Done. Lock. Back to ship design. Mark III is obsolete. Already, before we even built one. Now, I don't know if I can refit PDC. There we go. Okay, refit the Majestic Mark II into refit the PDC Majestic M2001 into what? We're still building another Mark II. Well, if we have at least one with the active sensor, it might work. Having extras is okay. Cost 23,000. Okay, here's where we specify. So refitting our existing Mark II into the Mark IV is only 620. That seems pretty good. Refit the PTC Majestic Mark II 001. I don't know what that's going to do to the fighters. We're going to end up with a second one in a moment. Refitting the first Majestic is like crazy expensive. Is it just me or does it feel crazy expensive? $7,500 Vendorite. Jesus. Well, Is what it is. Okay, we can probably afford to build some fighters. And we're going to continue to get pauses every month, which is fine. Combat assignments are kind of spammy as well. Officer health is also not particularly interesting, nor are officers promoted. Is there a way to save? Because I'd rather not have to get all the settings exactly the way that I like. A 15 engine power ion drive has suffered a maintenance failure already. The thing just got built and it's already suffering. Insufficient maintenance supplies were available. A deposit of 1.4 million tons of thorium with low accessibility has been found on Luna. A deposit of 253 tons of corbomite, accessibility 0.2, has been found on Luna. Alright, cool. We've completed research into the thorium harvester. So we could make a ship that can go and find stuff. No, go make fuel. Alright, we're getting spammed about Luna. So Luna teams disband. Construction of the PDC Majestic. So we have our second PDC Majestic. We're probably going to want to refit that guy as well. 90% on construction. Oh, actually, no, we refit. Alright, excellent. Refit the to the M4 PDC Majestic. That one. Despite the cost. Wait, 23,600 cost versus the cost to just build one of 10,000. Why on earth would I refit the Mark 1? And can I just scrap the damn thing? Because it's not really doing much. We've got room. Let's just get rid of the PDC, the very first one, the fighter-based Majestic. It's just, this thing is, it's just got 8 Vikings on it. It's pretty minor. Is it from the industry stockpile screen, maybe, that we can... Earth PDCs. I need to find the ones, the old Vikings that are on the first Majestic. Split them into their own task group. No longer assigned. Now we should be able to scrap them. Get rid of these old engines. And the fire controls. So we're not going to reuse those. The old these reactors we can use, I believe. It should just be using them automatically, right? I didn't design a new one. Then why isn't our current fighter production using them? Am I crazy? Pebble Bed Reactor Technology PB1. Is that part of our current Viking Mark IV? Pebble bed reactor. Yeah, it is. So it should be using those. Okay. Viking 28 assigned to Strike Group Majestic Mark 201. So they're being constructed and then assigned. I wonder if I tell it that I don't want to have those pop-ups. We have 15 inactive labs right now. Wonder if maybe it would not pause based on that. Ken Ham in defensive systems is our best dude. Power and propulsion is also quite good. I think we just do that one for now. It's good. I'm playing very slowly. I apologize. This game is it's a little overwhelming sometimes. Like it's really hard to stick to a plan and remember everything that you're trying to do all at once. Even when you're playing once per day and you take the time to like write down things and like read them and be prepared. 90% of the way towards getting our first thing done. I do want to design a terraforming station. We have terraforming tech. I still haven't actually built one. It's going to be tugged. We need to start terraforming stuff. We need to build a jump drive gate construction ship, and then we need to actually build a ship that holds a jump drive that we can just scout with it. In fact, it might not be a horrible idea to have our survey ship have a jump drive, unless that would actually maybe be really stupid, because then the ship would just go and spawn a whole bunch of aliens. Knowing that aliens respawn that way kind of sucks. But at least then the survey ship can continue on doing its job. But as far as I know, jump drives are very expensive, so maybe that'd be a bad idea. Right, well, I'm going to take a break here. Let me know what your thoughts are. I mean, we're making progress, bit by bit, day by day. So thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.